Hey Taurus, I hope you guys are doing amazing. Happy Wednesday. Thank you guys so much for all your support. We're going to tap into your energy, so do take it as it resonates, of course. And hope you guys are having a phenomenal day. Hope something special happens for you as well. You know, if anything's been going on in your life that's been crazy or chaotic, I pray that peace comes washing over you. Let's find out what the energy for Taurus is all about. Thank you, Spirit, Universe, God, for showing up today. Taurus's spirit team, ancestors, deceased loved ones, you're all welcome here. So single, not in a relationship. The card that was actually on the bottom when I grabbed this card deck. That is weird, but okay. That's fine with me. Y'all, the reason why you're so single right now, not in a relationship, is because you're damn well loyal. Loyal. Dog could be a dog that you have, right? Labrador. Golden Retriever for some of you. Also got Rottweiler, but trusting as well as reliability and believing. Yeah, that's why you're single. You don't see anybody that meets your standards out here. That makes a lot of sense. For a lot of you, you've been through relationships where you were betrayed and lied to and maybe even lied on and backstabbed. So you definitely stay your position of single because it is a sense of your own power. You know what you're worth. You know what you give. You know what you bring to the table. You know who you are. And if you haven't fully discovered all of you, you're still in the process of doing this, and it's still a beautiful thing that you're in this mystery and this unknown place of trying to understand and work through these specific, traits of yourself that have maybe been kind of toxic, maybe been kind of this, maybe kind of that. Like what you see in other people, you try to correct in yourself. That's exactly what I'm seeing here. And you're very aware of how other people act and why people act the way they do. But when you see somebody act the way they do, you wonder about yourself. You're like, have I ever acted that way? Have I ever done that? Have I ever made somebody feel the way that I'm feeling right now because of what this person's doing or saying or acting or whatever it may be, right? You're in deep thought. You kind of have a sense that there is nobody out here in this world that is as loyal as you. And until you find that match, you know what to do. Something about rhyming, poet. Maybe you like poetry. Maybe you're a singer. Maybe you like art. Maybe you are an artist, right? That could be another thing. If you are so pursuing a career of like trying to get music out there, or even if you want to be an author or whatever it may be, right? You don't want somebody that's a gold digger in your life or that's just going to use you because you have something. You want to know that somebody's actually there because they're actually there because they want to be, not because of what you have. Because anytime, at any given moment, what you have can be taken away. But who you are can never be. And if somebody's in love with you, it doesn't matter what you have or don't have. As long as they have you, that's all that's going to matter. And I feel like that's exactly what you're looking for, trying to identify in a person, another individual, a soul. It'd be the craziest thing. Say, I do this reading and I just thought of this, and I've never really said anything like this before, but it's coming up. So if you're a Taurus and you're watching this and you're a masculine Taurus, and then if you're a feminine Taurus watching this too, because multiple different people are going to watch this video, y'all should comment in the comment section and maybe y'all will find your partner. You'll find your everlasting love. That kind of feeling is coming through, because I'm talking to the Taurus collective that is literally loyal, literally single, literally looking for somebody that is identical to their loyalty. So yeah, I'd be talking to men and women Tauruses that are very loyal. Boom, shakalaka. And maybe you guys have a dog. Maybe your dogs could have doggy dates or something, right? I don't know. You never know. You never know. That's exactly my point. The world may never know if you don't try. But let's find out a little bit more about this energy specifically for Taurus. I need one more shuffle in this. One more. slow, steady, nice. Steady, slow, and nice. Tauruses are a steady, slow sign. They work steadily and slowly because they don't want to miss anything. It's that song that came through, I don't want to miss a thing, by Aerosmith. Okay, yeah, but that's the feeling of life. Like, I don't want to miss a thing. I don't even want to blink or sleep, because what if I do miss out on an opportunity of this or that or whatever it may be to fulfill me or to benefit me in some beautiful form or way, right? Oh, the Hierophant, the reversal. Yeah, yo, that's a Taurus energy for show. And that is like, yeah, it could be a marriage card, but mainly it's like, to me, it's a God card, right? It always represents God. Doesn't matter if it's in the upright or the downright, because I, myself, am more of a downright Hierophant energy. That's why I'm the High Priestess, right? I do see that being a nonconformist, a rebel, not following the crowd or the lead that they keep trying to give you, doing the things you want to do on your own and what you want to do for yourself. This is not like traditional thing. Like, this is not a tradition. This is all you doing what you got to do, and you setting in motion what other people haven't, what other people wouldn't, what other people didn't know. Okay, so this is you really setting in that note right there. Sorry about that. On this card is, of course, I believe the mentor. Yeah. You, my special Tauruses, are the mentor of your own life. That's why you don't really look to other people or need some kind of companion to go through life by your side, because you got it all on your own. Like, you were full on your own, worthy on your own, whole on your own. You're devoted to yourself. You're devoted to your career. You're devoted to how you live your life, your hobbies, your creative side, whatever it is you like to do. You have your life pretty much like mapped out. And yes, of course, anything can happen. And I think that you have the ability to prepare for the unaware. So I know a lot of you actually use that as a resource for just in case things and situations. You never know, And 8 of coins in the reverse on the bottom. There's people in your environment, though, Taurus. Okay, they could be exes too for some of you, but they were tied to you in some way, or they are tied to you in some way. They're not very productive. They waste their time. They waste their energy. A lot of them are not really doing much anyway. They're not very hardworking or devoted or determined, And the thing is that they're stuck to things. They're on codependencies. They have a hard time walking away from things. They have an emotional attachment. It's unhealthy. But yes, they have one to things that are depressing. I think you really did take yourself with the Hermit here. You took yourself out of these two energies right here, like away from the crowd that was acting like this. And that's where you started to question yourself, like, do I act like that? Do I ever do that? Do I ever make somebody feel the way that this person made me feel with doing that? Like, all these questions. And that's the Hermit. That's a self-reflection. That's going within and doing some shadow work. That's going in and trying to light up certain areas of yourself so that you have a brighter, better look at the situation, right? Like, you're bringing candlelight to yourself. With the Page of Swords in the reverse, a lot of these people are haters, okay? Now, it's not that they really hate you. It's that they are truly hating themselves because they can't do what you do. So the only thing they can do is blame somebody, and that's you, Taurus. You are the one to blame, because why and how dare you do something that I can't do? Or I won't challenge myself to do that, so why would you go and do that? Why would you do that, Taurus? That's literally what it is. And you're like, well, because I was actually very, very unhappy and very miserable. And there was a lot of you complaining about this and that. And I felt like I was trying to complain about this and that. And that's not cool. That's not where I want to be. That's not what I see my life as. I want to see my life as something more to celebrate, to actually have joy. 3 of Cups, right? Queen of Swords. You had to be blunt, honest, truthful. You cutthroat energy, you Taurus. Oh. Yeah. Woo! The King of Coins in the reverse. You know what? That's your energy. That is you really flopping and flipping right now, because yes, where you were in the King of Coins, Pentacles energy in the reversal. Okay, and that is on this card, Provider. You were lost in the sauce with them individuals, and you knew that. You found out, you were aware of it. Like, you stepped outside of that group, of that whatever it is that you were dealing with, all these people. You stepped outside of the box, and then you had a better viewpoint of what was happening. That was actually causing you to have downfalls, was causing you to have setbacks, that was causing you to have financial like excessive issues and problems. Like, you could have been giving these people money, they could have been using you for things. Like, say you have a vehicle, right? Say they wanted to use your vehicle. You let them use your vehicle. It comes back with a flat tire. It comes back with no gas in it. So basically every little thing that you were able to let these people use, they were draining you even more. That's my point. You realize that, and that was causing you to not have financial structure, financial stability. That was not allowing you to be fully independent in your own way, because it was holding you back. So you realize your loyalty runs so deep, even in friendships, even in work relationships. Whoever you come across and that you have a good conversation with, that you can feel something special there, those people were not as loyal as you were, and you allowed yourself to like be vulnerable. You got yourself involved in these situations with these people. And that's actually not a bad thing. Like, it's not terrible that you did that. It's actually good for you to do that, because it actually helped you to see you being vulnerable. You were just being vulnerable with the wrong people. You being vulnerable wasn't wrong. You were being vulnerable with the wrong people. And that's okay, because you learned something in it. That's the wisdom. That pain you turn to wisdom, and that's what this whole reading is about. You're turning this King of Coins right back up in the upright, where he is wealthy. He is in style with, like, not just like in style with like the socialism thing or whatever, like to be no, like in style. Like, this is a style, you're gonna be setting a trend. You are gonna be so in style that nobody's ever seen something like this before. But once they see that, boom, it's gonna be a trend setting situation. That's what I'm getting. And yeah, they're gonna want to actually take steps, initiate, move forward, go after what they desire. And the fact that you actually took your energy out of this box of these crazy individuals that were obviously very unhealed, you literally no longer enabled them to project these energies onto you. So they have no more to project. They can't project onto each other anymore, because they all get along. They all get along because their mental state, their mental capacity isn't very strong, and they all think the same. You're the only one thinking outside of the box that they were all in. So you got to think of it like that. They're all going to be like, oh yeah, that's totally okay. It's totally okay to do that. It's good. No moral, fine. No, you go cheat on that girl, right? That's fine. All that. You're like, yeah, no, that's nonsense. That is crazy that somebody would be like, yo, let's go, cheat on my girl. Like, what? You couldn't stand that anymore. You were done with that. Like, you literally were fed up. You're like, if you could do that to your girl, where are you going? What are you doing behind my back? What kind of secrets? What are you doing? Like, you know what I'm saying? If you could, yeah, you started really thinking and questioning everything. And that was your cue. But that was the whole point. You went through that just to have that awareness, to understand, and you stepped back and you realized, I don't need to be a part of this, which is beautiful to know. I'm getting chills too. Yeah, so the 2 of Wands, you initiated your anticipation. I'm done being in that anticipation. I'm taking action. I'm taking action towards something I'm desiring, that I want, that I know that is worth me waking up every day, me being motivated to work for, put my effort, energy, and time into. That's what you're looking for, okay? That's what I'm seeing. 2 of Wands could also be a passionate decision, maybe a person you're passionate about. But then again, like I said, you're just really identifying loyalty. Now you know how people act and what they do, and then projecting onto others and whatnot. And they're only really projecting onto the people that have a different mindset than they do. Okay? That's true. We all got to really start really identifying that too, because not everybody's just projecting onto everybody. Not really. No, people are projecting onto people that are of higher souls, of higher spiritualism, like the ability for us to actually be empathetic and psychic and understanding and mediumship too. Like us having that is easier for people to project onto us because we are energy receivers. We receive the energy. We like are a part of whatever room we step into, right? It swarms us. That doesn't happen to everybody like that. That's why it's confusing for those people when they're like, why does everything happen for you that's so good? I don't get it. Well, because my energy is empathetic and loving and caring, and I really care about the world. And like, like I see the world differently. Y'all have a little bit of a selfish mindset. That's not me, and that's what happens. Those that have a selfless mindset are the ones that get projected onto the most. Okay, so maybe that was something key, like a key reassurance or clarity for some of you, but yeah, I think a lot of people may have also misinterpreted that specifically because not everybody's just projecting on everybody. No, people only project onto those that make it easier for them to not deal with specific things. So that would be somebody that is obviously in the higher range of spiritual growth, healing, enlightenment, awakening, etc. Because we have this ability to take on their energy, and we do. Even if it's just a little bit, it still takes that pressure off that person. So yes, and they can't do that to somebody else that has the same mindset because there's nothing. All that is right there is just a reflection of each other. They're staring at each other in the mirrors, mirror to mirror. They are literally each other at that time. But when they're looking at you, it's a holy moly different story. Holy moly different story. Whatever. But yeah, because they're actually staring at something that's reflecting themselves back to them in a place that they are hiding. Like it's like a hidden space within themselves that's hiding that you're reflecting back to them. So it's a different mirror they're looking into when they're looking at you. That's why they try to project, and that's why they get fearful, and that's why they get scared, and that's why they get triggered, etc. Anyways, we'll get 2 messages. We got Muladhara, root chakra, ability to remain grounded through difficult periods. Bath, yoga, gratitude, and red foods help with this specifically. So that root chakra energy, grounding, and allowing yourself to feel one with Mother Earth, right? And then we got this Bob Marley is This Love song coming through, and that's the feeling I'm getting, that you would be like in love. I'm willing and able, so I throw my cards on the table because I know what I bring to the table, right? I want to love you and treat you right because there's nobody else I want to do that for. I want to love you every day and every night because every day and every night, my energy, my time, and my effort is going to be spent loving you, no one else, right? And then we'll be together with a roof right over our heads because I'm stable, I'm secure, I'm independent, and so that means I'm reliable and dependable, and I will give you and me the things we need to survive, to live, to be happy together, to grow, to have future, memories be made, etc. Right? That's it. That's the love you have. It's like a Bob Marley is this love because I am wanting something that is deep as this, and I want the reciprocated energy back too, right? Exactly. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. If I could talk correctly, that'd be great too. Spirit, thank you. Anyways, have a beautiful rest of your day. I'll see you guys later.